Global citizenship. What is global citizenship? Global citizenship refers to the idea that all people in a globalized world have rights and obligations not only as citizens of a local community or a nation, but also as members of a larger class of society, the world, the humanity. As a Filipino citizens, we have the right to vote, the right to education, and the right to expression. On the other hand, we have the responsibilities to pay taxes and to obey our laws. Exercising our rights and adhering to our obligations as Filipinos attaches us to the state or to the community that we are a part of. Cecilia Johanna Van Pesky, global citizenship is defined as a moral and ethical disposition that can guide the understanding of individuals or groups of local and global context and remind them of their relative responsibilities within various communities, as cited in Baraldi, 2012. She also said that global citizens might be a new type of people that can travel within these various boundaries and somehow still make sense of the world. Baraldi 2012. Global citizenship cannot be manufactured or be given to someone by any institution. It is also not attained by traveling to many countries. It is rather an attitude and awareness which allows a person to understand, appreciate, and respect the uniqueness and the diversity of groups in both local and global context. These new type of people who have attained such level of consciousness are called the global citizens. Manifestations of global citizenship. 1. Global citizenship as a choice and a way of thinking. 2. Global citizenship as self-awareness and awareness of others. 3. Global citizenship as they practice cultural empathy. 4. Global citizenship as the cultivation of principled decision making. 5. Global citizenship as participation in the social and political life of one's community. 1. Global citizenship as a choice and a way of thinking. National citizenship is an accident of birth. Global citizenship is different. It is a voluntary association with a concept that signifies ways of thinking and living within multiple cross-cutting communities, cities, regions, states, nations, and international collectives. Scattle 2007-9. 2. Global citizenship as self-awareness and awareness of others. As one international educator put it, it is difficult to teach intercultural understanding to students who are unaware. They, too, live in a culture that colors their perceptions. Thus, awareness of the world around each student begins with self-awareness. Self-awareness also enables students to identify with the universalities of the human experience, thus increasing their identification with fellow human beings and their sense of responsibility toward them. 3. Global citizenship as they practice cultural empathy. Cultural empathy or intercultural competence is commonly articulated as a goal of global education, and there is significant literature on these topics. Intercultural competence occupies a central position in higher education's thinking about global citizenship and is seen as an important skill in the workplace. 4. Global citizenship as the cultivation of principled decision making. Global citizenship entails an awareness of the interdependence of individuals and systems and the sense of responsibility that follows from it. Navigating the treacherous waters of our epic interdependence, Altitnai 2010 4 requires a set of guiding principles that will shape ethical and fair responses. 5. Global citizenship as participation in the social and political life of one's community. There are many different types of communities, from the local to the global, from religious to political groups. Global citizens feel a connection to their communities, however, they define them and translate that sense of connection into participation. Participation can take the form of making responsible personal choices, such as limiting fossil fuel consumption, voting, volunteering, advocacy, and political activism. The issues may include the environment, poverty, trade, health, and human rights. Participation is the action dimension of global citizenship. Economic globalization. There are three approaches to global economic resistance. 1. Trade protectionism involves the systematic government intervention in foreign trade through tariffs and non-tariff barriers in order to encourage domestic producers and deter their foreign competitors. Macaulay 2007. 2. Fair trade aims at more moral and equitable global economic system in which, for instance, price is not set by the market. Instead, it is negotiated transparently by both producers and consumers. 3. The third form of resistance to economic globalization relates to helping the bottom billion based on Collier 2007. Increasing aid is only one of the many measures that are required. International norms and standards can be adapted to the needs of the bottom billion. Political globalization. When it comes to political globalization, increased accountability, Germain 2004, and transparency are the key issues. All political organizations at different levels should be more accountable for their actions because they are now surrounded by an ocean of opacity. Hausner and Hausberg 2006, page 336. Increased transparency has been aided by various mechanisms such as transnational justice system, international tribunals, civil society, and particularly the Transparency International Aldama 2018. The dynamics of globalization demands the efforts of the whole array of intergovernment organizations such as the United Nations and the World Bank, international NGOs like Greenpeace and Amnesty International, and citizen initiatives and community action groups that reach above the nation-state level like the World Social Forum and Occupy movement. Ultimately, reforms in global governance are required to allow world citizens to take more part directly in all aspects of human life at the global level. Aldama 2018. Thank you.